to discuss various international and regional issues.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome you all to PSM News in English. I'm Zinat Hassan here with the news in details. Health Protection Agency HPA decides to begin a dengue awareness campaign in association with Housing Development Corporation and World Health Organization. HPA stated that government and private institutions will participate in the campaign. According to HPA, the campaign is initiated as January is recorded as a month which sees an increase in dengue-related cases. HPA added that the participants of the campaign will deliver information on individual responsibilities to control dengue outbreak and on preventive measures. HPA aims to conduct similar campaigns in Mali City and Vilingili. Dengue is endemic in the Maldives, with prevention and control of the illness solely dependent on effective mosquito control measures. Maldives Transport and Contracting Company MTCC concludes the land reclamation phase to develop an airport in Kuludufushi Island. The reclamation of land needed to develop the airport was inaugurated by President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom.
The land reclamation project of Kuludufushi Airport commenced in November 2017. According to Maldives Transport and Contracting Company MTCC, the company completed the land reclamation phase of the airport development project on December 25th. With 6 hectares from the west side of the island and 9 hectares from the mangrove area, MTCC reclaimed a total of 15 hectares of land. The government also contracted MTCC with the shore protection project of the reclaimed area. The land reclamation project and shore protection project were contracted to MTCC to complete within 6 months. This is the first project carried out using the MTCC's new dredger, which is the largest vessel in the Easy Dredge series of standard twin-screw trailing suction hopper dredgers. The vessel has an equipment package which includes an adjustable overflow, bottom doors, jet water system and a shore pumping installation. The vessel has a dredging depth of 50 meters and a length overall of 92.95 meters and a hopper capacity of 3,700 cubic meters per load.
The Government of Maldives opens applications for 2050 scholarships.
Department of Higher Education DHE revealed that the scholarships will provide opportunities to complete certificate level to diploma level courses from colleges and universities in the Maldives. According to DHE, interested candidates can apply for the scholarships before July 31st. The government-initiated 2050 scholarship opportunities include 1,200 slots for certificate level and 850 slots for diploma level courses. The scholarships which are provided under the program Promoting Skills for the Future would provide scholarships in 10 areas which include education, arts and humanities, social sciences, journalism and information, business, administration and law, natural sciences, mathematics and statistics, information and communication technologies, engineering, manufacturing and construction, agriculture, forestry, fisheries and veterinary, health and welfare and services. In this regard, 400 slots are allocated for health and welfare courses, 325 slots are allocated for information and communication technology courses, 350 slots are allocated for engineering courses, and 170 slots are allocated for education courses. Maldives Qualification Authority revealed that a bond to serve the country will be established upon completion of the course. The government of the Maldives has targeted to open 3,050 scholarship opportunities this year. This includes 1,000 loan applications and 2,050 scholarships. The scholarship opportunities were officially inaugurated on December 21st.
Liveaboard Association of Maldives LAM reveals that it is working closely with the government authorities to enhance the services provided by liveaboards in the Maldives.
Formed in 2007, Liveaboard Association of Maldives LAM works as a collective voice of the Maldivian liveaboard industry, with more than 65% of the industry being members of the association. Since its formation, the association has been serving continuously in the sector. Speaking on Talk Maldives TV program aired on PSM News, Vice President of LAM Ismail Hamid revealed that the association is working closely with relevant authorities to form rules and regulations that will enhance the services provided by liveaboards in the Maldives. Noting that 10 liveaboards were added to the industry, increasing the number of beds and clients, Vice President Ismail Hamid stated that better rules and regulations need to be established in order to cater services efficiently. Last year, 260,000 tourists attained services from liveaboards in Maldives. LAM added that the main reason for the increasing number of tourists is the unique approach by the liveaboards in Maldives. On conclusion, LAM assured to serve in the industry and to further work to enhance the liveaboards in Maldives.
We need to identify and find a way that to provide quality tourism, to restrict or to make a new regulation on a way that boats has to be controlled in a way. I think we recently had a meeting with the economic minister, and he's very willing to support us in ways that the industry would want. And then we take it very positively, and we believe that we can always find good solutions through engagement.
Entrepreneurs in the United States have been developing a new online cross-border trade between the US and Africa due to the recent demand for goods between the two regions.
At Silicon Valley's eBay headquarters, head of US exports Thomas Ponce de Leon is eyeing a new venture. It is the Made for Africa eBay storefront, which sells jewelry, clothes and crafts all from Africa. But it is a two-way street allowing US vendors to get into Africa too.
The African e-commerce market is estimated at 24 billion, and it's growing at 25% on a year-over-year basis. So there's a ton of opportunity. Going in and shipping to Africa, it's quite complicated, right? And that's where you have great partnerships, and that's where you have Mall for Africa coming in and really taking the pain point away.
The driving force behind Mall for Africa is Nigerian-American Chris Folayan, who created the African-made products standard to guarantee authenticity and quality of the goods that come from Africa. And for African buyers, the site allows them to buy products from more than 200 stores in the US. Chris Folayan came up with the idea when he was prevented from flying to Nigeria with 10 suitcases filled with US products, even though he was willing to pay for excess baggage.
It dawned on me that every time I went back home, I kept taking more and more suitcases. So people had access, they knew what they wanted, and they wanted to buy products directly from the US. But they could see it, they could find it on the internet, but nobody shipped to the continent.
This Mall for Africa warehouse in Oregon is where US stores first send their products. Folayan said they can ship these products to buyers in Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda, Mauritius or Ghana within just 3 days. Folayan said they are currently shipping 3 to 7 tons of US goods to Africa every day. That is more than double the amount they did just 1 year ago. Mall for Africa is also incorporating their concept into another brand called Mall for the World, which helps bring US and African products into markets worldwide. Folayan said they have big plans to enter the China market next year.
The US tech giant Apple Inc. is facing a class action lawsuit in South Korea for purposely slowing older models of iPhones. The plaintiffs have so far numbered more than 250,000.
As of Tuesday, more than 250,000 South Koreans or nearly 1/10 of the country's iPhone users had applied to join the class action lawsuit since the online application platform was launched in late December. According to a sole law firm that has taken the case, applications will remain open until January 11th, and the suit will likely be brought before the court in early February. Apple is already facing a wave of lawsuits in US after it admitted to have intentionally slowed down all devices to cope with aging batteries. The handset maker has formally apologized to the customers and is offering discounted battery replacement services for old iPhones, but such efforts have failed to quell the discontent of the customers. Affected by the battery gate, some analysts have lowered their sales forecasts for Apple's 10th anniversary gadget, iPhone X, for the first quarter this year.
Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj meets with her Thai counterpart Don Pramod Vinay in Bangkok to discuss various international and regional issues.
According to a Thai Foreign Ministry press release, the discussion is also included the preparation for Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha's upcoming visit to New Delhi to attend the ASEAN-India Commemorative Summit later this month. India and Thailand share close bilateral ties. Thailand is India's fourth largest trading partner after Singapore, Indonesia and Malaysia. Both countries are important regional partners linking South and Southeast Asia. Swaraj's visit to Thailand kicks off a Southeast Asian tour. After Thailand, she will travel to Singapore and Indonesia.
Japan's Foreign Minister Taro Kono holds talks with Pakistan's top civil and military leaders.
Japan's Foreign Minister Taro Kono, who is on a two-day official visit, is the first foreign minister to visit Pakistan since Katsuya Okada visited the country in October 2009. Kono met with his counterpart Foreign Minister Khawaja Asif, Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi and Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa at General Headquarters in the garrison city of Rawalpindi. After a meeting of the two foreign ministers, the Pakistani Foreign Office said Kono and officials exchanged views on the evolving peace and security environment in their respective regions and on international issues of mutual interest.
The U.S. State Department says that it was suspending security assistance to Pakistan until Islamabad takes actions against the Afghan Taliban and the Haqqani network, which Washington believes is destabilizing the region.
U.S. State Department spokeswoman Heather Nauert said she could not provide a dollar value for the suspended aid because the administration was still calculating the types of aid affected by the decision. She said some of the aid could still be permitted if Islamabad takes decisive action against militant groups. Last August, the U.S. State Department announced the suspension of $255 million as foreign military assistance to Pakistan.
North and South Korea will hold official talks next week for the first time in more than 2 years after Pyongyang accepted Seoul's offer for dialogue just as after the United States and South Korea delayed a joint military exercise. The South's Unification Ministry said that North Korea has sent its consent for the talks to be held on January 9th. The last time the two Koreas engaged in official talks was in December 2015. The talks will be held at the border truce village of Panmunjom, and officials from both sides are expected to discuss the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics and the improvement of inter-Korean relations. North Korea asked for further negotiations regarding the meeting to be carried out via documented exchanges. The officials to represent the two Koreas have yet to be confirmed. Pro-government forces backed by a Saudi-led military coalition retakes nearly 90% of the Yemeni territory from the Houthi militant group. Speaking at a news conference in Riyadh, Coalition spokesman Colonel Turki al-Maliki said the alliance has stepped up its offensive against the Houthis in recent days and is slowly pushing towards the Yemeni capital Sana'a after recapturing a number of regions previously under the control of militants. The spokesman said the forces fighting to restore the government of President Abdul Rabbu Mansur Hadi has expanded in the past month after militants loyal to former President Ali Abdul Saleh and former members of the Yemeni Republican Guard joining the fighting against the Houthis. He also said the Saudi-led coalition had recently thwarted another ballistic missile attack by the Houthis. Al-Maliki added that the alliance has now thwarted 86 missile attacks against the kingdom. Media personnel present at the conference were also shown video footage of coalition war plans destroying Houthi weapons stockpiles. Al-Maliki also denied accusations that the coalition is blocking aid and basic supplies from entering Yemen, which is facing an acute humanitarian crisis. According to United Nations figures, more than 8,670 people have been killed and 20 million others have been left in desperate need of humanitarian aid since the civil war in the impoverished Arab country broke out in the year 2015. The Saudi-led coalition intervened in the conflict in March 2015. In sports, Egypt forward Mohamed Salah is named African Footballer of the Year for 2017, finishing ahead of his Liverpool teammates Sadio Mane of Senegal and Gabon striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 25-year-old Mohamed Salah was presented with a trophy by the Confederation of African Football President Ahmed at the International Conference Center in Accra, Ghana. Salah polled 625 points from a voting panel made up of national team coaches and captains, plus a selection of officials and journalists to win the award. Man finished second on 507 with Aubameyang third on 311. Salah helped Egypt reach the African Nations Cup final and qualify for this year's World Cup. US star Dwayne Johnson, who is on a promotional tour in Beijing, says the force is with us after his new film Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, surpasses Star Wars, The Last Jedi at the box office. According to Variety.com, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which premiered in US cinemas on December 20th, has grossed over $300 million worldwide. The Last Jedi, which opened on December 15th, has grossed just over $1 billion thus far. During a news conference in the Chinese capital, Johnson, also known as The Rock, told an anecdote from his recent encounter with Star Wars actor Mark Hamill. In what has been termed as a game-changer for treatment of cardiovascular diseases in India, a doctor based in Western Ahmedabad city is using a vascular robotic technology for artery imaging known as percutaneous coronary intervention.
This is the first time when the technology was anywhere outside the US to perform coronary angioplasty and stenting. Chief Interventional Cardiologist at Apex Heart Institute, Tejas Patel, said robotic-assisted surgery will help them add more precision and accuracy on angioplasties and increases safety of patients. According to the 2016 Global Burden of Disease report, heart disease is still one of the leading causes of death in India, killing 1.7 million Indians in 2016.
With that, we conclude the news for this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Good night and bye-bye. Nagagadi bayan. Alun naga.